Okay, so for week 7 of summer anime shows do continue. It's gonna be a quick week, but yeah, keeping up with some stuff. Oshi No Ko continues to be solid. There's great story progressions. Dead Demons like consistently kind of stays at the top story-wise. It's so good. NieR Automata was like very good emotionally as well. Monogatari, it's this new arc with Shinobu. Waza Monogatari was also like insanely good as well. So yeah, let's get started. Gonna talk about some shows. Nothing too crazy happening. So yeah, Monogatari off in Monster Season. We have episode 7. So yeah, new arc. We finished Nade Monogatari with Nadeko. Now we have Shinobu's arc called Waza Monogatari. So yeah, we had like a special episode last week, which was very nice. Kind of like a 12-minute long fairy tale, and it kind of talked about a princess who was like so beautiful that like everyone killed themselves because they weren't worthy of like appreciating her beauty or some shit. So she kind of has like a curse placed on her. So she's like the princess of Aceleron, and I mean it's similar to like Shinobu's name, Kiss Shot, Aceleron, Heart Underblade. So yeah, maybe we get some more origins on her name. But yeah, basically this story wasn't really about Shinobu. This princess kind of meets up with Shinobu because yeah, one day Shinobu just like wakes up and then she dies of starvation because like there's no more humans out here, like she can't eat anything. So yeah, it's like a famine for vampires, like what's happening. So she kind of like investigates like the issue, the root cause. It's the princess because yeah, she kind of enters this kingdom. She keeps walking around, she doesn't really know what to do, she's trying to live her life. But yeah, like unfortunately, once people see her, people just like kill themselves and die. So yeah, Shinobu tries to attack her because she's like, yeah, I want to eat this princess. She also says that like since she's a gourmet vampire, she only eats things that she kills herself. So she doesn't like eating things offered by other people. So yeah, there's no humans out here. The princess is the only human. Shinobu tracks her down. She also has a new name now, so she goes by Suicide Master. Which is very funny. It's very fitting because when she meets the princess and tries to eat her, she like kills herself. So yeah, Shinobu is the suicide master. The princess is kind of nonchalant about this. She's like, you know, going with the flow. The princess has her own goal, which is to find someone to save. Because if the princess just dies, maybe she can't really like end the cycle of this like type of curse. Because maybe someone else in the future will like also like be born like this, like super beautiful. So yeah, the princess is basically looking for someone to save, but a consequence of that is that she has to travel everywhere, and everywhere she travels just like goes into ruin. People die. So yeah, basically Shinobu proposes, hey, why don't I keep an eye on you? I'll advise you. I'm like the only person, like I'm immortal, so I can actually interact with you. And in return, I can eat you once your mission is finished. So it's kind of like Mayonaka Punch from this season, where like the vampire's end goal is to eat the human. But before that, they'll kind of go on like goofy adventures together. So yeah, I mean, love this episode. Love this new kind of like story direction. I don't know where it's gonna go, but it's very nice, funny, interesting. Has the classic Monogatari dialogue, puns, rhymes, everything. So yeah, the dialogue is hypnotic. I love this new story. So yeah, I mean, Shaft is delivering more Monogatari. The season is fire. Also, after that, we have Oshi No Ko. So yeah, season 2, episode 8. Kind of like one of the weaker episodes in my opinion. Like the play is still peak. It's all good, but I thought last episode kind of like ended very cleanly. Just like a lot of like tragic moments with Kana and then like trying to save her and everything. So that's cool. And then her and Akane kind of revealing their backstory. Here, like the play kind of continues, but like nothing really like progresses too much. They're basically setting up for Kana to show off next episode. But here, Aqua's kind of like putting himself on stage. So he's kind of crafting the setting of the play to have everyone move around, sword fight. They do some improv, all to have Kana just like show up in the middle, spotlight on her. She can't run away anymore. She has to reveal her kind of like greedy, aggressive, stare at me acting. It's very funny though, because it's like, this is not on the script. Like these people are like going off the dome. So yeah, basically the play kind of continues in this episode. We see all these like, you know, talented actresses and actors. Kana like basically in the middle of it now. So yeah, she's just like laughing, smiling, swinging her sword around. It feels very good for her. We see Akane's character actually dies in this play as well. Spoilers. And I guess she lost to Kana. We got to see. After that, yeah, Aqua's kind of like showing off his emotional acting as, you know, Akane dies in front of him. He you know, pulls out the Sharingan. It's like black now, and I guess it's gonna be another level of acting for him as well. So yeah, you know, the play continues. Nothing really crazy this episode, but this whole season has been like consistently high quality, very nice. You know, story does continue, so yeah, I love it. All right, so for Dead Demons Dededede Destruction episode 13, what a crazy episode. Like it kind of built up upon this. I was theorizing. I was like, yo, time travel. Like remember in episode 6 when Kadode was a terrorist and like jumped off a building to repent. I was like, yeah, it's over. This like we have to undo. So yeah, I thought like time travel shenanigans would be involved, or maybe like memory wipe. Yeah, there's basically a new timeline now. We see Ontan is the time traveler. She used one of the aliens' technology to like kind of move her brain into the past timeline. apparently they can do that because and they don't really abuse this technology because the aliens are like a higher life form, and they don't really think that, like, redoing things has a purpose. But humans are more like kind of greedy, more selfish, so yeah, they kind of would abuse this time travel technology. So basically, yeah, we see more of like Ontan and Karode's backstory. Yeah, Ontan went back in time because, yeah, Karode was a terrorist, literally killed everyone. She had like the power of the alien Death Note and started like murdering people that she just not deserved to be killed. Because the alien also, he says something funny. He's like, yeah, I see humans are kind of fucked up and greedy. I'm not gonna invade this planet anymore. So yeah, in this timeline where Karode was the terrorist, the alien kind of saw the evils of humanity and was like, yeah, I'm gonna call off the invasion. But in the new timeline, when Ontan kind of like redoes everything again, meets up with Karode, and then there's no like terrorism or anything, they don't meet up with the aliens. This timeline is actually the bad timeline because then like the alien saw that the humans are like, normal people, harmless. They decided to invade. They didn't know that the military power was so powerful, and then yeah, like now we're living in this timeline where, like, shit is bad. So yeah, I mean, if you did not follow anything I really said about this episode, yeah, basically TLDR, time travel. This is a new timeline where Karode and Ontan are like, closer, best friends. No one has to die. But the problem is, aliens are invading. So in the previous timeline, when Karode died, the aliens did not invade. But also it could be like, oh, would you kill baby Hitler? But then there'd be a butterfly effect where an even more like bad thing happens. So yeah, shit like that's happening. This anime that really makes you think. I love how the story is presented because, previously it was just like, high school dudes like living their life, chilling, hanging out, talking. But now there's like some real shit happening. Like Ontan kind of has to live with her decisions. She still has her relationship with the Oba, so that's cute. But yeah, 5 days to the end of the world, so that's very impending. Like their relationship is fine. They're going out, they're kissing, but yeah, the world's about to end. So yeah, we have 5 more episodes of this anime left. I'm hoping we get the whole story here, but if not, I definitely have to read the manga. Also after that, we have NieR Automata, so episode 7 of the part 2. So yeah, I mean, we see some of 9S. He's trying to break open a door to the White Tower, but it's like controlled by robots. So yeah, he really has no mission left remaining. He lost 2B, so he's just trying to do whatever's in front of him. He fights off a lot of these robots because he sees there's these operation units that were talking to him. Now they're infected here as well. He fights off 21O, and then like she kind of like controls all these other robots. But then Ines kind of stabs her, and then she also like gives up. So yeah, I mean, very sad. More androids are dying. After that, he's going on like this wild goose chase scavenger hunt where there's like 3 towers. This is very video gamey, but yeah, basically each tower has like a control, like a key, and destroy the robots in them, and then he can finally go into the big tower. So he's doing that. There's a lot of sad moments where he's doing like robot genocide, but I'm like, yeah, that's the world we live in. It sucks. It's funny because A2, conversely, she's like being happy and helping out all the robots in Pascal's village. She's like the older sister, they're all playing with her, and then there's also like some robots attacking, so she's protecting them. It's all very cute. I really love this duality, but I assume they're gonna meet up in the future eventually. And then she has to like deal with that, killing 2B and everything. But this anime does continue. Kind of interesting way to take things. So yeah, we'll see what's gonna happen next time. All right, now we got a lot of romance shows. I don't feel like going over them one at a time. I'll go over the big 3 that I've been really liking. So we have Alya episode 8, we have Makine episode 7, and we have Pseudo Harem episode 8. The Pseudo Harem story kind of progressed in a big way where AG, he graduated, so we're not really in a school environment anymore. There's no more drama club, but Nanakura's acting is still there. She's still like playing the personalities. They kind of hug and further the relationship. So yeah, the anime continues to be wholesome. So for Alya, they're doing like this big kind of student council election going on, so yeah, a lot of serious stuff happening. But basically Kuze is just supporting Alya. Their dynamic is very nice because everyone is like, yeah, why would he choose Alya when we got the little sister who's very charismatic? And then we also have the older sister who's like, Ara energy. But, Alya and Kuze's dynamic, they kind of showed it really well in this episode. Where, yeah, he just wants to kind of like help guide her. They kind of complement each other as well, where Alya's really serious but has like good motives, and then Kuze's just like there being the glue. Everyone else is still fair game. So the little sister, she's like the one to beat in the student council. But I'm pretty sure Alya and Kuze will win, so it won't be easy. And also, yeah, for Makine, we're at episode 7. We see more of Lemon. We kind of like resolve her issues with the significant other because yeah, she embarrassed herself because she accidentally admitted that she loved him. But I thought this wasn't really a big deal because she asked him out like previously in the club. So I thought like it was obvious that she kind of liked him. But I guess maybe she said love, so maybe that was a bit of a stronger word, so now she made things awkward with the other girl as well, Chihaya. But they kind of like resolve things. Basically, Lemon talks to Nukumizu, And then they, she's just crying, venting, and if she finally talks to her crush, they admit that they did like each other, but then, the timing was off. Like, he was, dense, he didn't understand. So he got another girlfriend, and, it's kind of too late to rectify things. So yeah, they all talk, they kind of hash things out, but yeah, she is a losing heroine at the end of the day. But yeah, we kind of resolve her plot line. There's also like other people's plot lines happening as well. And yeah, we'll see what's gonna happen. But yeah, this anime is very beautiful. I love watching it. It's kind of just like very chill to watch all this setup. But yeah, in the end, like the story is nothing like too serious, nothing we haven't seen before. Okay, so for Shoshimin episode 7, summer kind of continues. We're eating more food. We're, I guess, solving more mysteries. This one kind of has to do with a girl that's like in a kind of like shady gang that does drugs. And then she kind of wants to leave the gang. So like her older sister, she has Kengo to kind of investigate. Kengo tries to infiltrate. And then Kobato is also like, I guess, helping him. So yeah, they solve some random mysteries, like nothing too crazy. But I think like they couldn't really get the girl out of the gang. I guess she's being blackmailed or something, or threatened. So I guess it's up to Kobato and Osanai to do something. It looks like at the end of this episode, Osanai gets kidnapped, which is very random. I feel like she doesn't. Like, I think she intentionally did this or something. Maybe she, like, kind of joined the gang. So I guess Kobato has to help her out. We see them calling her mom's home. And then her mom is like, what? You want 5 million yen? It's like so weird, like a ransom, like hostage plotline. Like, are you serious? I don't think that's what happened here. But, Shoshimin kind of continues. Story's like pretty funny, just like relaxing, eating like sweets, and also like, just like solving random mysteries. This one's kind of getting a bit serious. So yeah, I mean, I guess hopefully nothing bad happens to Osanai. They've been building up Osanai for a while. She's like, a short, kind of small girl, but she does hold a grudge. Okay, so for the Elusive Samurai episode 8, it kind of follows Shokan, who's like the ant guy, and he's controlling like his whole like band of mercenaries to kind of like kill this village. So it's up for Tokiyuki and Fubuki to kind of like fend them off. Everyone else is helping out. These are kids fighting adults though, so yeah, there's like a bunch of strategy. They can't really fight them head on. These dudes are really strong. They have armor, and yeah, they kind of like cut these adults up. So yeah, all the kids are trying to run away, trying to like fend them off, like shoot arrows and everything. We see there's like generals there, and then Tokiyuki's fighting the main dude Shokan. They kind of trap him inside this building, so it's just them two in the building. Tokiyuki using his power to run away to like, stab Shokan. So yeah, we see Tokiyuki, he's not really an aggressive person, but if he uses his power for defense, trying to like run away, evade, then like that's how he gets his strength. They're saving this village, and yeah, we'll see what's gonna happen next week because they didn't really defeat everyone yet. Hopefully nothing bad happens. In terms of animation, yeah, this episode had some random CGI, which is pretty noticeable sometimes. So yeah, it looks like the anime does have high quality art and animation, but then sometimes they gotta take a break, which is noticeable. Like the CGI horses was fine, but yeah, this one as well. So yeah, some of the battles will suffer, but I assume like the main episodes, like the first episode was fire. After that, it was consistently good, and then maybe like towards the finale, also save the budget for that. All right, so for Dungeon People episode 7, nothing too crazy. This is like a cute anime. I love watching it every week. I haven't been talking about it because random slice of life show, it's cute, but nothing much to like mention. But I love how they're portraying the dungeon as like a real world job, as like administrators. They're just like taking care of things. They're literally hiring people this episode. And then Clay is also using her skills to fight. So yeah, it's all like very cute. She's getting stronger. She's able to channel more magic power into her body. So yeah, she's getting stronger. And also, like, being like an administrator in a dungeon does have its perks. You get extra bonuses, which is that you have like sneak previews of the dungeon layout of the monsters they're hiring. But besides that, cute moments happening. We see like a lot of people in the dungeon and outside of the dungeon exploring. They're all like trying to learn, get stronger. So yeah, this whole dungeon ecosystem has been nice. It's very chill. I love the Yuri relationship between Belle and Clay. Also for Tower of God Season 2, Episode 8. Interesting episode. We see like there's this AI chatbot. It's very relevant to like ChatGPT in today's like time, where like this robot is collecting data. Data is super important, and it might be like evil. It might be using it to try to create a human, or maybe like steal information or something. Because yeah, we see some stuff related to the chatbot. It's being linked to like this person in a bathtub, and her mind is getting fried. So yeah, it's kind of fucked up. We'll probably like learn more about that later. But yeah, like more people are kind of like continuing. They're doing tests, they're fighting, like nothing too crazy. The animation quality did fall off like significantly. But besides that, Bam, Ja, and everyone else are working together, trying to meet up at the workshop and do that on 30th level. Also, after that, we see Kun. He is curious, so he starts using a chatbot, which is kind of hypocritical because he reprimanded one of his allies for using it because he's like, you can't rely on this during missions. But yeah, Kun uses it and he's like, is Bam alive? So yeah, I guess he does have his doubts. He misses his boy, and the chatbot says, yes, he's alive. So you can't really, take this as fact, but I guess Kun has some hope. Maybe he'll grill Rachel about this. I guess we'll see, but maybe this will backfire and he'll actually trust Rachel. And then finally, we have Shikanoko Nokonoko Koshitantan episode 8. Very funny episode. Anime does continue, more jokes, more gags. There's like a New Year's episode where everyone's like blessed by the deer gods in this deer shrine. Nokotan's collecting the New Year's money. We see Nokotan's also getting like bigger antlers, so she looks like a moose. They're chilling in the deer club doing things. They're playing like the game of life. And yeah, besides that, a lot of like cool, crazy moments. Anime does continue. And yeah, thank you for watching the video. Please let me know which anime you're liking this season. But yeah, season slowly coming into a close. We have a couple more weeks left, maybe 4 or 5. So yeah, we have good story progressions. The shows do look beautiful, even like the ones I don't talk about. Like with story, it has been pretty solid. Like the story's like really boring, that's why I don't mention it. But the few minutes of pop-off animation each episode make it kind of worth watching, I guess. Besides that, yeah, we have a lot of like random isekais I don't really keep track of, but I'll eventually catch up to them, I promise. We have a ton of romance shows. All of them are solid in their own way. And then the heavy hitters like Monogatari, Oshi No Ko, and everything else is like very good. So thank you for watching. I'll see you next week. Peace.